It's been a while since we talked about storage devices, so today we are going to talk about the G Technology R Series rugged mobile SSD with 500 GB. What up guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Eddie Bear, and as I mentioned, today we are taking a thorough look at the G-Tech R Series mobile SSD, and we are going to find out how it performs compared to all the other storage devices we tested on this channel so far. And before we get into all the juicy details about this little fella here, I wanted to give you a little heads up that I am working on a thorough review about this 1TB NAR box, which has a bunch of crazy features for photographers and videographers out there. So the review is coming within the next few weeks, so stay tuned for this one. But without further ado, let's see what we get with the G-Tech R Series mobile SSD. The moment you take out the drive of its packaging, you will notice that the build quality is exceptionally good, cause the R series stands for rugged. Aside from the drive, we obviously get a bunch of paperwork. Also included in the packaging is one USB-C to USB-C cable and one USB-A to USB-C cable. Okay, so what else is there to know about the G-Tech R series drives? These drives are certified IP67, which means you could submerge them within water, but since they are lacking a rubber plug for the USB-C connector on the back, I would rather not recommend you to do so. The housing of the drive is reinforced so it can take a load up to 500 kilograms before it gets any damage. And you even can drop the drive from a height of 3 meters without any issues. Performance-wise, the G-Tech R series drives are very well balanced. You can see here in the Blackmagic speed test that we are achieving write speeds somewhere around 470 megabytes per second and read speeds around 510 megabytes. These are really good values, especially if you take into consideration the results from Amorphous Disk Mark. We can see here that we are achieving a sequential read and write speed between 460 and 480 megabytes per second. Those are really great values for just a regular SSD. To give you a better understanding on how fast the G-Tech R series drive actually is, I'm setting a baseline with the help of the WD Blue SATA internal drive and the Samsung X5 Thunderbolt 3 drive. This is the fastest drive we ever had in our benchmarks. First up are the results from the photocopy test. In this test, we're copying a folder containing 32 gigabytes of photos from one drive to another. As you can see, the WD Blue drive has a hard time to keep up with the bunch, and it is the slowest drive in the whole competition. The G-Tech drive is reaching write speeds around 300 megabytes and read speeds around 380 megabytes per second. These results are only topped by the Samsung X5 Thunderbolt 3 drive, which is also the most expensive one of the bunch. Now let's take a look at the results of the video copy test. In this test, we're copying a folder with 130 gigabytes of video files from one device to another. And here you can see why the G-Tech R series drives are so special. They are not only able to keep up a high performance when it comes to photos, they also keep up the performance when it comes to video files. We are achieving write speeds around 410 megabytes per second and read speeds around 550 megabytes per second. These are exceptionally great values if you are considering that this drive has a really small footprint, and also you can take it everywhere with you, so it does not matter where you're working, this drive will always fit into your pocket. Another thing I should point out that G-Tech is throwing in a piece of software with this drive. If you take it out of the box, it is formatted in HFS+, meaning it is meant to work with a Mac-based system. If you want to use it under Windows, you can do so if you are installing the piece of software that is on the second partition of this drive. This one will enable you to interact on a Windows system with HFS+. But beware, there is a caveat, cause these drivers are only working with G-Tech drives, so if you have any other drive that is formatted in HFS+, it unfortunately will not be recognized by Windows. So what is there overall to say about the G-Tech R series drive? Well, with this drive you're getting a pretty good return of invest. This drive not only delivers fast read and write speeds, it also can take quite a punch since it's rugged. If you want any faster read and write speeds than this little guy here has to offer, you will need to spend way more money, and you also need different kind of connectivity, cause you at least need Thunderbolt 3 in order to get more out of a device. So what is your opinion about the G-Tech R series drive? Is this a drive that could be something for you, or are you still looking into something else? If you would like me to test any other devices, let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked today's episode, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Peace!